A homeless man was begging on the street when a passerby suddenly snatched his money. Little did anyone know, it was all a scam to swindle cash. Just moments before, Roy had been posing as a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk. He and his friend Mark had staged the passerby robbing a homeless person act, and kind-hearted Susan happened to witness it. Taking pity on Roy, she pulled out $100 and handed it to him. As soon as Susan left, Mark circled back to split the money with Roy. But right then, Mark noticed Susan approaching in the distance with a police officer. He quickly shoved all the cash to Roy and took off running. Roy was happily counting the money when the cop tapped him on the shoulder. 5 years later, Roy walked out of prison after serving his sentence. He spotted Mark waiting for him, dressed in a sharp suit. Roy got into Mark's car, and they drove to Mark's place. That's when he learned Mark had gone straight. He'd even started his own company. But resentment flickered in Roy's heart. When Mark invited his employees over for a party at home, Roy seethed, convinced it was all a taunt. "You're a low-down traitor," he snapped and stormed out. Inside, Mark told others that Roy was the most important person in his life, that he'd spent years trying to find a way to make it up to him. But Roy was untouched. Mark went on. Once he'd built his business, he'd helped many of the people they'd scammed in the past, trying to repair both their reputations. But Roy was fixated on revenge. He wasn't listening. He was certain Mark had betrayed him and was now rubbing his success in Roy's face. Quietly, he flicked open a folding knife. Mark was still talking, thanking Roy for everything, when Roy plunged the knife into him without hesitation. He stumbled out of the room as Mark fell. Then Mark's secretary approached and handed him a document. "Mr. Mark wanted to express his gratitude. He's left you all his assets." Roy froze. He couldn't believe it. Mark, the man he'd just killed, had truly seen him as someone to honor.